Hi, people. Today we're talking about Gameoverse. I'm Isiah,
I'm Yuri.
Hi, I'm Cal.
Hello there, I'm DeadFun.
and like I said earlier, we're talking about Gameoverse
What is
and how.
Gameoverse?
Well, I'm glad you asked, random person. Gameoverse is a pilot made by Glitch Productions about if the main character beats a game, their world dies. The main character, Hit, the book bag guy,
J
and
Schlatt.
Goddess, they all go from game to game. So the main character
Yes, they
doesn't.
have to help the villain because if the hero wins in the game, the entire world dies. So they help the villain so that the hero can never actually beat the villain.
Oh my god, Glitch Production? You mean the studio behind Ultra Jump Mania pilot?
What is that?
Oh, and also,
I don't know what the fuck you said.
Dude, it's the pilot that they made, Ultra Jump Mania, dude, starring Theo, the coconut boy.
The fuck? I
Well,
don't.
I'm not.
Can we wait?
I
Can we
don't.
pivot? Can we talk about that instead of this? I can watch the episode really fast.
No.
Oh fuck.
I'm not that tapped in the glitch. What is this you're talking about?
You don't know fucking Theo, the coconut boy?
Your Honor, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay. Well, I mean, I put up the link. I did my homework. But yeah, Gameoverse. Glitch is the new normal. And by the way, who was the person who I don't know, like directed, created, who made this pilot with Glitch Productions?
It was
Was
Rubber
it?
Ross, I believe.
Yeah.
It was Ross O'Donovan of the famous YouTube channel, Rubbered Ross.
I literally said that.
Okay, well, also Game Grumps, I guess.
And where are the Game Grumps?
Yeah, dude, yeah.
I like continue.
I recall they were on this show on Game Grumps. It was called Steam Train, and they were like, there's like a remix intro where it's like it ended with like, and then it's Steam Train. Choo, choo.
What?
Yeah, dude, they were like, it was like Steam Train. That was like the show they were on.
So I'm gonna keep it a $1.50. The only thing I know about Rubber Ross is that they're dating Giwi. That is the only thing I know about Rubber
Who?
Ross.
Who?
VTuber I like, simple as that.
Oh, and the only things I know is if certain people want to talk about it, they have to beat his Mario Maker worlds, which are insanely hard.
That's kind of base. Wait, that's kind of base.
Okay.
And I remember from the conversation that people are calling him racist because he worked with like JonTron, I think.
True.
Didn't everyone work for
Yeah.
JonTron at some point though?
Also true.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be-
like Aaron Hansen, which is also in this series and has controversy for being racist too.
Well, I'm pretty
I'm gonna
sure.
be honest.
Yeah.
If JonTron is racist, I don't care. Come back to YouTube. You're funny.
Yeah,
Listen,
dude.
if you're a horrible person but you're funny, we accept you, okay? We accept
If-
Isiah specifically accepts you.
Yeah,
Maybe- Maybe if Adolf dropped a few. Nope, never mind. Nope, not even
That-
Nope. Nope.
Okay, so in the pilot Gameovers, as Flash Isiah succinctly put it, they have to prevent a world from getting completed because if they do complete the game, then they're gonna be in they're just fucked.
By the way,
the plane just fucking blows up.
yeah, and the main villains like drink the juice of the world or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they fucking eat it like a fucking Slurpee, dude.
But also, the main characters can't actually physically do anything to help because
they can't.
every little game world has like this little thing that stops outside forces from actually hurting the characters.
Well, they can like help with it. They can like give directions and have them guided, but it's like
Yeah,
they can't like.
They can't physically help, and they also can't tell them that they're in a game or like.
I will be honest. I know it's
Yeah.
like the setup of the show, but it does feel very contrived. It does feel very. It's like, damn, these rules, they were very specific when they were made in this universe.
Yeah. I'll be honest. I'm intrigued by the concept, right? Like I like the pilot, but it also the pilot felt off. And surprisingly, it wasn't J Schlatt that made it feel off.
Why did it feel off? If I don't mind asking.
It was the premise, if that makes sense. But the weird thing is that like the premise is what made me really intrigued with it, but it's also the same thing that's like putting me off. It's like what DeadFun said. There are a lot of hyper specific rules to it.
Yeah.
That
I
like
don't know
make me go like, why do these rules exist? Like what?
Yeah.
I think once we actually get more into the actual show and explain the rules, I don't mind it. In fact, I kind of like it because it adds like kind of like, oh, we have to do like a next kind of thing.
I think
Like,
I don't think it's if I can really fast. I don't think it's wrong to like just switch your brain off and like watch this. I think that's just how you're supposed to consume it. But like, there's just a bunch of stuff where it's like, what constitutes a hero? What constitutes a villain? Why are these game worlds like just getting made? I guess are they like getting made all the time? Is there a limited amount? And I
Yeah.
think you could just say a bunch of
uh,
this to be answered in the series. But yeah, Isaiah Flash.
okay, I think I have an answer for like what makes a hero and what makes a villain. Like, okay, okay, it's really interesting. Like, if you scroll through like through fan art of Gameoverse, it actually like looks at stuff like that. Like, it's them like helping Kratos kill the gods, them helping William Afton kill the security guard, and
Wait,
stuff like
wait,
that.
why is William Afton the main
No, I
character?
see. I see what they're getting
Well,
at. I see.
he's not the main character. He's the main villain. The main
Oh, I
character is
see.
considered the hero,
No,
even
I
though
mean,
even if they're not good people.
I know what you mean, and I think, and I know that you're correct. It's more like in this universe, are these characters getting like ordained by God as like this is the hero of this world and this is the villain of this world, that sort of stuff. I know like on a meta level what makes them each like have these positions. I'm saying like in the universe, in the game
And that
overs.
is the question.
So yeah. I'll also, I think, I don't know, it's, on some level, you do just have to accept that it's like weird ass, nonsensical Wreck-It Ralph rules, where it's like, why the fuck does the villain's ship have to use a fucking pointer gun to shoot down the hero vessel? I don't know, that seems very inefficient, but like, they do use it because I guess it's just like a video game thing.
I was actually thinking about like, okay, so when like the main character wins, I mean, yeah, when the hero wins, the world ends. And I've been thinking about that, right?
Sure.
So, okay, Flappers seems like a very linear game with like not much in the way of
It's like a
like after
Mario.
beating the game.
It's like Mario.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, like after you beat the game, there's like literally nothing else to do, so it's like game over, you know? So you have to restart a new one to do other things, you know?
makes sense.
So I think that it's like they're using like older games as a basis that have like no free roam or anything. Just you just kind of get tossed there. You got like a singular goal. You complete it, and that's home.
I mean,
You
I
know?
agree with you. I think like this is based upon like retro gaming, and like that's the reason why Kit has like a Mega Man look.
Actually, I think it's an RPG kind of game.
I think they're like an action platformery type game.
Well, we literally cannot know because we were only there for like 2 minutes until she like
I
destroys
guess,
her.
yeah.
Wait,
Getting
what about?
well, I did want to say getting a bit more into like what happens in the pilot point by point. We begin with this like extended flashback where it's like where Kid is from, how they initially won the game, and them getting recruited like this is fucking like this Kingdom Hearts by some weird looking tuxedo mask ass dude.
Really?
I
To me he feels more like what's that one guy? I think he's like Dracula. Okay, saying Dracula literally nails it down.
I mean
No. Dragon Castlevania. I know what you mean.
Yes, him.
I mean I could see it, but like yeah.
I think I can't remember where I remember seeing it or hearing it. I think they were stated as a rated M game, but I'm not too certain.
Mm.
And you saying that's a Kingdom Hearts treatment? I remember that from the first game, where like the main character, he like just got his powers, and then his friend was like holding out his hand while getting consumed by darkness.
Yeah. Yeah,
It
yeah.
was just like that.
I was gonna say, I feel like this intro sequence is like, I feel like, I don't know, I'm like somewhere between like mediocre and fine. I think
It was
like,
weird.
okay, I wasn't sure how yeah, well, it was sort of weird. So like, here's my problem with it. So like, it feels like both too little and too much time is spent on it. Too little, as in like, I don't really connect with any of these characters that this world is from. So like, when the bad scene happens, I don't know
It's
what
like
the fuck a
fate,
day in
man.
the
It's like fucking fate.
I don't know what the day in the life of Kit is really like. So like when this world is like exploded, I'm just like, oh well, fuck. I guess that happened.
Okay, no, Cal, you can't say it's like Fate. Fate does the opposite. It goes way too deep into things.
No, what I mean is that we get the fucking like my entire world ended flashback 10 billion times.
but like,
Didn't
I
it only
feel like
happen once? And then the
No,
It
second
happened
no.
like 4 times in a
Yeah,
30-minute pilot.
honestly enough, that's
Well, I think
but I
Dan was
also
still making.
feel like I feel in addition to the beginning, in addition to being like too little because you didn't see the characters that much, I feel like it was also too much in a sense because it was like we did this like entire like extended we did not extended but like we did this battle sequence where it's like I don't know, maybe I'll feel a different way when we're getting more into this villain character who came back around when the episode ended. But like at the moment it's just like I don't know, I think I'll even appreciated that more as like a reveal than like a just showing us like, yeah, this is Kit's villain. I don't know, it just felt like it was the perfect it was the perfect blend between like yeah, like giving us too much while also too little just to make me not care.
I think
It
it would have been more interesting if we had like kind of forgone the flashback or like the extended flashback, I mean, and
I think
we
we just have
learned
like I think
everything throughout the episode, especially like the twist being like the entire world ends by
maybe
the end of
not.
the episode. Go ahead.
I
Oh,
don't even
that
think
that
we
would have
have.
been so good. Wait,
I
wait,
don't even.
continue.
Well, first, okay, I did want to say, Yuri, did you have a point to make because you were doing that before I went back to mine?
I don't really mind the PTSD they give the character, to be honest. I just hope it doesn't turn out kind of like Fate when we do get the more episodes where, yeah, no, we get that fucking flashback a lot. I don't want that. Please, God, not again.
But like, my comment was that I think that we don't even. I don't think we have the flashback in this episode. I think it'll be just more useful to just be like, yeah, we're two characters from a world that died. So like, I just think like, and then I think you save it and eventually you just have like an entire episode dedicated to a flashback where Kit like completes the game that they're from. We'll know what happens because we know what characters did and didn't survive. But like, I don't know. I think that's
Then we
preferable
actually
comparison to
care.
this.
Like, then we actually care about the people who die.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like we don't. So, but I think if they were gonna have the flashback in this episode, Kel, I just don't know because like I feel like if they put it at the end, it'll have like in its current
Well, okay, I
form.
want to say I didn't mean like we get the flashback at the end of the episode. I more so mean we find out the world ends at the end of the episode.
Oh, that? Okay, then I totally agree with you. Yeah, it's like a surprise reveal. Okay, yeah, I agree.
It would have started off as like it would have seemed like an adventure show until
Yeah.
at the end she actually wins.
Mhm.
Everything breaks down. Like that would have been cool.
Yeah, like okay, I see the vision now. Yeah, like ooh, actually that'll been dope as fuck, especially if they did it with like Kit. Because like yeah, they just like have this very generic okay, yeah, I like that. I like that.
But it
But
didn't
still.
happen.
Yeah, we're not in that timeline. But I was gonna say, so then we hop into this ship where we meet with it's Kit with Jay Schlatt and Aaron Hansen.
Okay, I have some beef or not some beef, okay? So, I knew Jay Schlatt was voicing the robot going into it, right?
Caboodle. Hey, name! Stop calling him J Schlatt. His name's
He's just
Caboodle.
Jay Schlatt, man. Like, as someone who consumes a lot of Jay Schlatt content, the way Jay Schlatt was talking, it was just Jay Schlatt. Like, it just like this was could have just been a part of a sleep deprived video. I'm gonna be real.
I like
But
how he didn't even get a new mic. He didn't even get a new mic for it.
It was
Now-
sort of funny.
here's my thing. The first, like, God, I guess I just have a lot of issues with flashback because I didn't like Jay Schlatt in the flashback, voice acting wise, because he's trying to be like, oh no, this is what's happening or something like that, and it came off really weird. Like the acting, the voice acting in it wasn't it. I was like, oh God, is this how it's gonna be the entire series? But then the rest of the episode, he was fine. But I'm worried that once we get into more emotional points, that Jay Schlatt isn't gonna have the chops, just because like the first like emotional scene he had, I was not enthralled in it.
I don't think it wasn't as noticeable to me, but I agree with you. Like upon reflection, I think Jay Schlatt's emotional range isn't that good. They work like best when they're like,
Angry?
yeah,
Angry and like just like comedic.
Yeah.
yeah, like.
And this is coming from a
Okay.
Jay Schlatt thing. I want to say that.
So like my
I mean, I find Jay Schlatt okay.
So I'm gonna attempt to call characters by the names that they have. So we meet the Lernosaurus Gobbles, and like okay,
I don't like him.
I don't hate them, but like the arc we'll be getting into this a bit more as this continues. But the arc they have goes by way too fast. They just like they unironically just sort of off screen this dude's development.
Basically.
And by the way, it was a shame because when I sat down and I saw this and I saw like the fact they can learn and that's like the power set they could have, I was thinking like we were doing some Mr. Terrific shit. I was like, ooh, okay. So like they're gonna like pick up on shit really fast and that's gonna be like a fun experience as the viewers to watch them like, you know, pick up bits and pieces here and there like us, you know, sort of like the audience surrogate. And I guess they are like still the audience surrogate, but it's like they just sort of became like a normal dude.
Yeah.
They're-
Yeah, I've been seeing memes and stuff about like since he's a Learnosaurus, he's gonna become like Maharada, just learn and adjust to everything.
That's what I also wanted, but I'm not sure if we're gonna get something like that as a season.
oh, we're just not.
It's it's only episode 1, okay? We can still hope, okay?
We can
It's not
still
happening.
hope.
I'm gonna
I
be
think
honest, it's not happening with how they were
I-
with how they have this character now. I can somewhat see the future of this character. Maybe now, once again, this is just me going off of typical, tropes and writing and all that jazz.
I can see the future, and yeah, so, yeah. And then the villain ship pulls up, and I have two different comments on the villains. First, I know this is sort of on purpose, but like, how can I? Okay, first, I really like the two like villain henchmen. They have like a very like Jesse and James vibe.
Yes.
Fold and Misinfo.
Oh yeah, no, I love it.
They
They were the
both
best
they were
part of
both
the
peak.
episode.
Like actually, unironically.
I do. In fact, actually, we've seen the voice actor of the information bitch from Uzi from the
Okay,
Uzi from
so I lost all interest. Their shit now understood.
fucking all because they're voiced by Uzi from the fucking robot show.
Mother
Yeah,
Jones.
literally. Anyways,
Okay, good.
Hey, don't talk about my goat Murder Jones like, okay?
I'm sorry that you like emo bad humor.
Okay, cool. So with that
He-
said,
I do.
I
It's funny.
I do have to say this. I was very happy when the villains won.
okay, well,
I was
hold on. We're
rooting
getting
for them
we're getting
the
to it.
entire
We're getting
episode.
to it. And I was like, I think my biggest problem with the villains is that like, and by the way, I know this is on purpose because they pick up different villains from different game worlds. They did not. It did not feel like they have a very cohesive like aesthetic.
Yeah.
It was just sort of generally evil, but that's also just sort of the point. So it's like it's just sort of a nitpick for me. Past that, the dynamic the main two villains like mooks have very fun. I like how they're both like they're trying to like be the person who like catches the W, so they try and like betray the opposite, but then occasionally they don't, and that sort of stuff. I think it's just very fun. They have like a good like back and forth dynamic. But they shoot down the ship that the main characters are on as they're landed into this world when they were not supposed to. I believe they were just sent on recon, so this did not go as planned. And then like they have this scene where like Kit swaps between the costumes, and it's like they knew what they were doing. They knew.
Oh, you missed the part where Caboodle, like, he got like launched off the ship and didn't separate from them.
Well, that's true, but like, nah.
Also, what do you mean by they knew?
What do
They.
you've seen the show.
Yeah, I know.
Am I in like the Sunday school like the Sunday school like I so like they switch between all these different costumes as they have a little pop-up effect when they happen, and like yeah, they
Jiggle
also
physics.
jiggle physics. They also reveal shit. They're not
And
like
by the way, this is the first thing that popped up when I typed in Kit. Not even her last name, not Gameoverse, just Kit.
thank you, Isaiah Flash. He says, yeah. By the way, when I say revealing, I don't mean hyper revealing. This isn't like a porno. But,
I thought it was
it's
fine. I'ma be
It-
real.
That's
But they-
fine.
But they knew what they were doing. That's all I'm saying.
I get okay. I get.
It's the
I
fact
would
that first
okay.
episode-
When I came into this, okay, I was like I knew basically actually no I didn't. I knew absolutely nothing about this except that J
Okay.
Schlatt was in it and that everyone was calling it Gooner-bait, right?
I'm
And
gonna
I
be honest.
watched it.
I knew some of the voice. Yeah, same. Except like other voice actors too. And I was like, okay, wait. I was expecting like where I don't know what I was expecting, but like
I was expecting really bad stuff from it, and it just wasn't that bad. Like they were in a swimsuit.
Okay.
Okay.
I just think you set your
Woo.
expectations like, way off. Yeah, I think.
Well,
I think
okay,
Isaiah
no.
Flash
No.
gonna-
I think that's reasonable with how bad everyone's been making this out to be. Okay.
yeah,
Like you
no.
can't say that I set my
I think you're way
expectations
too
too
anime
bad
brained.
when everyone has been saying how like Gooner-bait, how like
You're like way too anime brained. You think like
I-
how like this is a normal audience who's like, okay, Flash has been trying to talk, so I'm gonna shut up and allow them to make a point.
So the problem with this is the One Piece problem. How all women are like built
Yeah.
with like an hour-shaped figure, and all the dudes are like so varied. You know?
Okay, so I just want to say the main cast is like three dudes and a chick. So the four dudes are like these wacky, goofy, silly designs, and the woman's like Hourglass in bikini.
Like it wasn't even just one. Like both of the female characters
Yeah, if you look
are
at the villains
insanely
also,
insane.
like if you see the main three villains as like the main three villains, and it's like two fucking use it macho crazy dude, foldable, and then hourglass woman with a bikini on.
You know, we got like another woman in this episode, right? The fucking
Crab
crab.
Girl doesn't. Crab
A
Girl
girl
was
is a
on stage like
non-entity.
Crab Girl was maybe had 10 seconds, maybe of screen time.
And also, oh no, the fucking females wearing bathing suits during a fucking water level like a fucking water level
They
episode.
made the
Okay, that's
choice to
not the
make it a
problem.
beach episode.
No, the problem here, like I said, the One Piece, how every prominent woman so far, which has only been two, are built the exact same. While all the dudes, literally none of the dudes look anything like each other at all.
By the way, I'm sure me and
What is
Flash,
wrong?
we both like One Piece. This isn't like a crazy opinion to us, but from a casual audience's perspective, we can like, I think me and Flash can sort of see like what they're saying by like, yeah, when they call it Gooner-bait.
Yeah, and plus, it's so
Term
different from the
Goon-bait.
it's so different from the other Glitch shows.
Yeah, like say all you want, but like, yeah, the rest of these pilots do a bit to like portray the women they have as like not being as sexual.
I will say
Yeah,
this, upon looking at the gift that was sent, it was a lot worse than I actually remember seeing. I'll be
Thank you.
real. I'll give you that, like the specifically the transition scene where she's going through the costumes. I remember noticing the jiggle physics. It's like, oh, okay. But like looking at these costumes, yeah, it.
And by the way, I just want to say the little like you know how they do the little like form switch with like Caboodle? I just want to say it goes from like tit shot, ass shot, and then we see like what the form is.
like okay, while it isn't as
Okay,
bad
I'll
as
be
we're used
real.
to
When
seeing
I saw
things,
that, I was a little put off. But is that not just a normal Sailor Moon transition, or have I only seen like Sailor Moon
Yeah,
parody
yeah,
transitions?
no, I'm gonna be honest. I had the same thought, like, okay, normal Sailor Moon transformation.
Like this
okay,
isn't me
but
trying to diss it. This is literally me like genuinely asking.
let me see. It's been a while since I've actually seen.
Because again, I've never actually seen Sailor Moon, but I've seen parodies of it. I feel like every parody does that, where it's like tit shot, ass shot, actually shows the costume.
Okay, no. I wish the transformations were that short. I wish.
Like I
It's
said,
much more
I'm going
Oh,
off parodies right now because that's the only like Sailor Moon transition I've like consumed really.
yeah, the transformation is almost a minute long.
Oh my god.
It puts more emphasis on the clothes than like the person itself. It doesn't really with Sailor Moon forms. Correct me if I'm mistaken, Flash, but it doesn't really put emphasis on the person being sexual. It's more like just the fact that they're like actually switching clothes. Am I tripping?
I'm watching the transformation right now.
Yeah.
Focusing
Okay.
on her nails getting painted.
Uh,
She's putting on shoes now. She magically has on a skirt. Now it's focusing on her gaining a tiara. It's taking so long. Okay.
God.
Now she's posing.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't really focus on any of that.
Okay. I genuinely didn't know. I'm gonna be real. I just thought it was normal.
I think it was still based on that, but like, yeah, I mean, the fact it wants to like, okay, so I guess we can sort of, are we fine to have the Gooner bait discussion now because we've sort of done
Yeah.
that part of it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
But like, okay, so like this, I don't think I come from the anime community. I don't think like this shit is not wild, crazy, bonkers to me. This is not
This
like
isn't Food
out of this world.
Wars.
Yeah,
I've
basically.
seen way worse.
Same here. Yeah. But like, I think it's also very apparent that Rubber Ross and maybe probably the like creators at Glitch Production maybe won't mind it if they create this, you know, all the female characters be physically attractive in a very specific way, so that way they can have like artists draw them and that sort of stuff, and they can like sell merch and blah blah blah. I don't think it was like. I don't know, you could make some like very like out there point where it's like, oh well, Rubber Ross based all these on retro games, and like back in the day in retro games, women were like normally like seen in this way, and I guess, but
Were
like
they? Were they the pixels?
I agree with you, but like that's like if you want to like that's if you want to glaze Rubber Ross like really hard, but like I just think it's like I think as like Isiah Flash said, it's like when each Glitch production pilot is made in such a way to where like it feels like it's I think each Glitch pilot can equally appeal to a female and male audience, but it feels like this pilot is specifically like a pilot with the bros, you know, that sort of stuff. It feels like this was made specifically by men for men.
Did it?
Like, okay, maybe it's just like, okay, maybe this wasn't even on purpose from his part. Maybe okay, if he's an anime fan, this would be like very, very, very tame compared to what's out there, you know?
But like,
So it could
Everyone
just
on
be
Ghost
like,
Productions. Everyone on Ghost Productions is like an anime fan.
Am
so
I
like this is
crazy?
just like,
Didn't the same thing happen with murder drones? Am I crazy?
what do you mean?
Weren't like all the like female characters in that one like have the same thing where they were all just like kinda hot body types?
No.
Robots. No.
Have we seen the same show?
I
They all look exactly the same.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
They all
just
instantly look
because
like.
I've been seeing my Twitter feed, has a
I'm giving you like
combination.
the biggest side eye count. I'm giving you
What? Shut the fuck up. My
Like the only
Twitter
difference
feed has been like comparisons of the two, of Gameoverse and Murder Drone. And that's one thing I saw come up a couple times.
like okay, the only difference between like okay, so the murder drones have like different like legs and arms than the normal worker drones. That's about it.
The biggest consistent difference that I'm getting while I'm looking at the designs is that I guess the women like more often have sharp teeth. I don't know.
Like the women, okay, the women murder drones have like peg legs, while AIM has like normal legs, but not like same normal as like the worker drones because he's made for combat and they're not. So like they're like I don't know. I don't see.
Yeah, like, yeah, so like, but then like, okay, so now getting to like the opposite side of the conversation, I feel like, so like when I say this is Goonerbait, that's like, I see it as like corporate Goonerbait. I see it as like, it's like safe edgy to me. My problem isn't the fact that it's happening. My problem is the fact that it feels like this is being done very much on purpose and it's trying to manipulate me. Now, the internet has ran with this concept that it's like Goonerbait way too much, like an 11, to where they're like fucking puritanical Christians, it feels like. Where it's like, oh my god, look at what they've this is gonna set us back 30 years, glitch.
Like
You're gonna
okay,
step back indie animation 30 years glitch production.
like like people on Twitter do. They are like overreacting way too much, and people were like,
Yeah.
you know what? I haven't seen this, but I fully agree.
Yeah, like actually.
This is like so when I walked in, I turned my brain off from anime. I was like, okay, expecting like cartoon kind of like Gouda Break, because like once again we've gotten that stuff before, even like with like corporate cartoons. I just like it's just I don't know it. I just is this really like the fucking like what people are saying is like the fucking Gooner Bait?
Well,
As
okay.
said,
Like,
you-
oh no,
This I feel like Goonerbait has lost a lot of its meaning. The same way canceled has lost a lot of its meaning. In the sense of, do you guys remember the ice skating Olympic champion from this year, Alyssa Liu?
Sure.
no,
Yeah, like I did
no.
watch that
What,
Olympics.
what?
Well, I'm
What?
gonna like just send a screenshot of like just like Instagram
pretty
or not
cool.
Instagram of like. But
Yeah,
anyways,
Something.
I thought the one was better.
a lot of people, like a lot of my friends and stuff like that, were really into the Olympics this year. And when she won, I was seeing a lot of news articles and I was keeping up with like her win because it was like huge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I recall
So
this.
many people, like a few days after she won, and this like got pretty big on like Twitter, Reddit, stuff like that. I would say arguably as
Oh,
big as
poor Reddit.
Gameoverse, were saying she was Goonerbait or she was Goonerbait. And
Wow.
after that happened, the term Goonerbait lost all meaning to me. She was just a woman, bro. She was just ice skating. She wasn't
Okay,
Goonerbaiting.
like, but just because some misuse a term does not mean the term is like null and void.
Well, I'm
No,
saying it's lost its meaning. The same way canceled has lost a lot of its meaning. Where like
I
when you say
disagree.
someone's canceled now, that doesn't mean anything anymore. Like it's like, oh, okay.
Well, you know, it does occasionally, because it does occasionally.
like
Does
depending
it?
on who it is and what they did.
Yeah,
Like, okay,
like
it's like Kuno for cheating on his girlfriend with a bunch of people.
A lot of
He
VTubers.
basically,
Pirate Software was canceled. I don't think they're really coming back from that.
It's
I guess
So, yeah, like-
I guess the issue I have with it is just like it's like maybe it didn't null and void it, but
but you would have got that much weight anymore.
it doesn't. Like, so now whenever I hear like someone accuse something of Goonerbait, I'm like, okay, whatever. Okay.
It's like-
I don't know.
Okay, but
Like, is this actual Goonerbait or are we just saying it's Goonerbait?
I did want to
okay,
say,
but the problem with
you first, my bad. Now you're good.
okay, but the problem with this is like before we actually got to really know the characters, it was a swimsuit episode.
Yeah, basically, that was a deliberate choice on the creator's behalf to make them be in swimsuits on the pilot episode. episode. That is like a fact.
I'll be
Like
honest.
I didn't even know
I
Kit
didn't
had a
have an
last name.
issue with the main character. I only had an issue when the blonde woman went into a swim.
I'm gonna be honest, that was what I was expecting. Everyone was like talking about Goon-bait. Like
Well, I mean,
that was
okay.
what I was expecting.
I'm cutting a bit into the future with this episode, but like we're on this general topic. But so in this episode, by the way, I looked up Goonerbait and I scrolled down a bit, and this was like one of the automatic results. They did not have like a dude be put into this. Okay, so let me like tell you how the scene occurs. So like I think it's fucking is it Caboodle who pulls up this contraption? It's like Kid Caboodle, one of the two. They pull it up, they throw it at Miss Info, and like they're like thrown onto the ground and they're wrapped up in this way where they have this shot that like accentuates the body, and then like
Oh yeah.
and wait, I'm getting to it. And then like we cut away a little bit to a different part of the battle, then we cut back, and they just escape from it off screen, and it has no effect on the battle itself. So it's like, why the fuck did this happen?
See, now this I would say, yeah, no, that does does kind of look like Goonerbait. I'm not gonna lie.
I'ma be real. It doesn't kind of that is like really bad. That's really bad.
With no exaggeration, they do this. This shot happens, and then they just escape from it off screen with no impact on the battle. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that is just really bad.
But yeah, I mean, like, instead the internet decided to be the internet and like exaggerate it way too much. I too have seen Food Wars. This is not Food Wars.
Yeah, I've seen the first episode of High School D. I mean, first season of High School DxD. It's way worse than this.
Yeah, like, but yeah.
Isaiah loves High School DxD, by the way.
I
He talked
don't.
about it
Don't spread misinformation.
You literally talk
High
about it
School
all
D-
the time.
Because the world of High School DxD, not the things that actively go on in it with the main character. He,
Okay,
in fact, is uninteresting.
Okay. And I watched this episode because I wanted to learn about retro gaming. Okay, I gotcha.
Did you just watch because Jace was in it or something? And also, you have to do it for the podcast?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much the Goonerbait convo. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we didn't even finish with the
Is there really anything else to talk about in the episode?
Yeah, there is.
Oh yeah, there is.
I
There
want to
actually
say.
is.
I was gonna like hop back into the summary and then like yeah.
Uh,
are you cool if I like hop back into the episode summary?
wait, I want to do this part because I have something like to talk about
Sure,
that has to
what's-
do with it. Okay, we ended up in the part where she was on the beach.
Yeah.
And so, so they leave. Caboodle gets kidnapped by the main villain, and then they run into this dolphin named Flappers, who just happens to be the main character, but they don't know that. So they just let them, hey, you take us to find someone. He lets them, okay, sure. And then they get to a village. Flapper leaves to go run errands, and that's when he finds a piece of paper. The paper gives him instructions on how to defeat the villain, but the paper itself is the goon bad guy forward.
Yeah, fold.
So the reason why I want to do this part is the fact that, okay, while not as obvious with Flappers, because Flappers is dumb and stupid, Kid, she got information on how to defeat the bad guy from a piece of paper. Now, it could just be me thinking too much into it, or she was set up from the beginning.
Wait, did she? I don't remember this.
Yeah. Like when she was like, sitting at the she was like at the table. She was at the stall with like those people. She was like reading the instructions on how to win, and then she won.
And that
then
would
everything-
also explain how the
Yeah.
the villain escaped as well. Wait a minute, I think
they're sorta
Isaiah's.
spin.
Yeah, Isaiah, I think
by
they're
the way,
cooking.
a little aside, I did like the little when they went to like the game world map and they like have the characters move around on it to different points. I did actually like that too. This episode has like I know glitch productions is like normal, but the animation was like beautiful. It was like excellent. With like the animation, you can like criticize the designs maybe, but like the animation itself was like peerless. I don't know. It was like excellent. It feels like the glaze is crazy, but like there was not a flaw with the animation itself. I don't think. But
the animation was good.
I think it was like
Okay. Okay, back to the summary. Then Flappers, he goes on to like beat up a bunch of villains while the Learnosaurus gobbles. He's like, wait a minute, he's the main character, isn't he?
By the way, should have been
And
the
then-
complete. Okay, like I want to discuss this now. Its main personality trait is just having trauma.
Yeah,
Yeah, she has a panic attack.
like
So,
5
like-
different
Those-
times.
It feels like
Before the
you know,
Paw Patrol and had a realistic depiction of a panic attack.
but it feels like the role should have been reversed in this case, where like Learnosaurus was the person being like oh well, herpty derp. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So that person can't be the fucking hero because they're a silly Billy like me. And Kit should have been like, wait a minute, this person knows where this person was away from the town. Blah blah blah. Yap yap yap. It feels like this. It should have totally been like a role reversal. Not to say main characters can't have trauma, but it's like
Kid just seemed
Like,
kind of
okay,
stupid in this episode, if I'm being honest. Like
like
okay, what did they do? Unironically, what did they
it
do?
was fan service.
oh, they did a cool laser blast to escape from the world getting blown up when that happened.
Because like Jay Schlatt was at
but
least
I
training
guess,
the Shark
but you could
King
say,
dude.
but you could say Kid like did that because they ended up getting help from Caboodle. So I don't know.
Like Kit didn't really do anything. She was just kind of there.
Uh,
Like
and like, okay,
she nearly got captured, or she nearly got caught. No, that's different hand.
this
Okay, yeah.
fails
So
on two different levels to me because like first it like speed runs Lernosaurus's character arc. So like they just are like competent way too fast in my opinion when they're supposed to be from like a children's game. But then also it makes Kit look not very competent, which is like I don't know. I don't like it. I want Kit to be competent.
the problem with Gobbles. Okay, so I know I brought up Maharaga earlier, but okay, me and my brother were arguing. He said it was it was this whole thing. He was like, what if Maharaga fought Bleach characters? And I said he'd die. And then he said, okay, but what if Maharaga just stood there and adapted to spiritual energy, which doesn't make sense because he can only adapt during the fight. If they are not fighting, then he can't adapt. Okay, the reason why this is important is because what did Gobbles learn from that?
Yeah, like we did not see individually what they learned to like reach this being competent point. They were just sort of around. They were just
Yeah, and he said he learned from Kit. What did he learn from her?
being a normal
She,
person, IG.
yeah, I got no clue. It was
Like,
really funny when he was like, "I'm a Lernosaurus. It's what I do. I learned from
It's already
everyone around, including you."
you're surrounded
I
by dumb
wouldn't.
fucks. What the fuck do you mean?
Okay, wait. He was standing around in the middle of a fight scene. So I want to see him next episode hyper competent in combat.
True.
If he's not, then I will jump on the Gooniverse, the
The
Gooniverse bandwagon. Okay?
Gooniverse.
I'm gonna start
Based.
slandering Gameoverse and saying it's just Goonerbait. If
I mean,
Gobbles is hyper competent
in
in combat.
fairness, maybe not as extreme as how Flash Isaiah put it, but I'm in sort of agreement where it's like, if they ended up as competent as this, like this fast from so little, I think they should reasonably be good at combat by next episode.
And that would
So,
be hilarious, right? Like a 2 foot tall purple dinosaur with a tiny, just like going out of nowhere, just beating up everybody. That'd be hilarious. So please.
Why does
I also,
Gameoverse exist?
but I
What?
did also,
Wait, what?
Why does Gameoverse exist? In the sense of
okay,
Glitch Production has like 3 or 4 other like series that haven't gone on episode 2 yet. Why do we have a new series?
you know that what?
Huh?
Because Jason.
Because
Okay,
of
well,
Jay Schlatt?
based. But
Hell,
like,
they're all made, like different by different like production teams.
yeah,
Are
I was
they?
gonna say
Well,
like,
I don't know
No,
this.
no,
I
no.
just assumed it was one like main
No,
production team.
No. So they're all like different teams. Like Glitch is basically like an indie company. They're not like
yeah, like an umbrella.
making only this show. No. They're like making like multiple other shows. They're going like, okay, we have this team for that team, this team for that team. Have a lot of like the people who worked on the Owl House are like working on like Gwynniverse.
I assume a bunch of like
Nice.
I assume a bunch of the glitch production stuff is just like getting funded, getting like branded,
Yeah.
and like that sort of stuff. Yeah. And like maybe
Okay.
I think also like marketing probably because like it
Yeah,
seems like
no.
Glitch is very good at that. Yeah, like
Okay, understood. Sorry, I took it as like
you're
it was
good.
like one main animation team, and that's why I was like, well, why? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Okay.
But
Back to the plot summary
yeah,
because we got sidetracked. Well, not sidetracked. We're doing what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to
yeah.
yap. But okay. So after her panic attack is over, they look for Flappers. While Caboodle, he's training the bad guy to murder Flappers.
Yeah.
And blah blah blah. Flappers just like runs through the villains. And then nothing really happens until they meet back up. Caboodle and
You
Caboodle
forgot
and
one
Kit.
more thing. Fucking
Okay, what
paper.
did
The paper guy helps Flappers.
I mentioned that earlier.
Yeah, they did mention it. Yeah.
Yeah, so they blah 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 blah. They like, yay, we found each other, yay!
But then
And then
like a
the
massive
main
brawl
villains show up.
happens. Yeah,
Then
yeah,
they
yeah.
fight each other. The main villain almost wins, but then Flapper he says, yeah, and then defeats the main bad guy. Then everything starts dying and blah
The
blah
villains
blah.
do like a Fortnite gritty dance.
Call Flappers stupid. If Flappers is, I'm so sorry. If Flappers is the main character, which it seems like he's
They
going to be,
are.
I don't want. I don't. I
They
I
have
don't like
merch.
Flappers.
They have...
don't.
Okay, so
Why
here's my
like
I
problem.
don't like Flappers.
Okay, like here. Okay, so here's my problem. Here's my problem with this. So like, Flappers is just Lernosaurus. Is just what Lernosaurus should have been. So it's like, why the fuck did we have this entire like Lernosaurus arc bit if we're just gonna replace them automatically with a person with the exact same personality type?
Like Flappers reminds me of that one alien from Paranormal.
Yes, correct.
I don't agree because I love the alien from Not Normal, but yeah, Flappers is like a worse version of it.
Flappers bad. Me and all my homies hate Flappers. But still, so they have to escape from the planet. It's like a combination effort between like Flappers, swimming them, and then like it has to like do something in this episode.
Kamehameha.
Yeah, like mega barge attack.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
I kind of skipped. I think I skipped over a part after Kit stopped having her panic attack. The paper guy who's like, "I'm evil," and then Flappers was like, "What?" And then time stopped, and then okay, they was like, "Hey, you can't win because you're in a game." And then paper guy said he was evil, and
I
then they
mean
had a
like
little fight. Kit got hurt. She got beat up. Okay,
yeah.
and then the only reason why they didn't get caught is because of plot. They never actually explained what stopped everything from like eating everything.
I mean
I'm
it
gonna
was
be
to try to like
real.
establish
I
rules.
assumed it
I
was
don't
like
know. That was
something with
fine.
Jay Schlatt for at
No, I
first, where
think
like Jay Schlatt got captured.
I think it was like a case where like they broke the rules until they didn't. It's like if they continue to break the rules like on repeat, then like it destroys the world. But it's
Uh,
basically it's just a fucking it's a plot contrivance way to explain why like they don't just explain the situation to the characters.
so it was just a warning the first.
Yeah, I think so. Because game systems have shit like that where they like warn you. Still, I don't think. By the way, I just want to say this entire episode, Miss Info and Fold are like doing a bunch of funny shit that like we're skipping past because like we can't. It's more difficult to enact. We can't really say this scene is good. This scene is good. But it's like I just want to like put emphasis on like Miss Info and Fold were like not carrying the episode, but were the best parts of it.
I'm
I
gonna
also
be
like
real.
Jay
I
Black,
wouldn't
which is
mind if we
funny.
just let's just get rid of Kit and we just like we just follow
I
these
will.
these two goobers.
I will also say in the show's credit, I like the fact the villains won, and that's a possibility. I like that they didn't just say just have the villains just winning in flashbacks, that sort of stuff. I like
Yeah,
that they did have like the cojones to say like, yeah, they won. They I said they even did like a little fucking victory dance and
I
and
was
fucked
so
off.
happy, dude. I was so
Like
happy.
actually, I was doing the gritty with them, dude.
Like, okay,
We were smoking that Kit pack.
I fucking hate Kit.
she has like no personality besides trauma.
She doesn't
Like,
have a personality. She
I
has the
think
name of like a fucking pedophile I know. So it's like she's
Okay,
not winning
well.
on any marks.
And then we have these two little goofy goobers. So, but yeah, I really hope the show like continues with this, where it's like occasionally the villains win, occasionally the heroes win, that sort of stuff, to keep it like to make sure to like have it be where you don't know each time.
The villains are correct, by the way. They're trying to restore everything.
You can like, I think that's like okay, well, so yeah, the episode like essentially wraps up. They escape from the planet. They now have flappers, which I guess.
Man, this
Uh,
cast, Jay Schlatt's carrying this cast a lot, man. This main cast.
like they pull the king shark dude onto the villain ship because I guess each time that they finish a game the villains pulled on and they're like join me, like fucking Star Wars type shit.
I actually
equal to
like
Luke, equal to join my crew.
no.
Yeah, Yuri. I also like the fact they said no. It felt like it made sense with the flow of the episode. I think it was fine.
You're crazy and deranged.
What are you crazy? So yeah, and then
I think
they have like this next villain teased who's from Kit's game, and it's like, oh my god, we're doing this now.
in episode 1,
It just feels really soon.
Oh, and by the way, it feels like Kid has more personality in the which
Yeah, true.
in the no in the advertisement for their stuff. Like if you go on the shorts, it has like this little ad, and then like she has so much more personality, even though it's only like 30 seconds long, because she actually does something other than trauma.
Like, so I mean, that is the pilot. By the way, I do like the outro. I think it's like cute, and it has a bunch of like very like video game retro
I
aesthetic
didn't
stuff
watch
that I
that
like.
outro.
I like it. But yeah, I think like okay, it feels like I have more criticisms than I initially understood when I first saw this. It feels like I was way more. I've been like way more negative than I expected in this episode.
Okay, Gameoverse or Game Over. I don't even know what the fuck it's called anymore. It's not bad, right? It's
Yeah, I agree.
it's I would argue that it's like probably a little bit better than mid. It was probably like a 6 out of 10. But like the bad elements are pretty bad, but the good
It
elements
just
are really good.
I'll put it yeah, basically, and it's as I said, it's very difficult to just say this is good and then like elaborate on it a ton like you can with negatives. You know, that's like the reason the website YouTube is so filled with negative content, like us. But yeah, like there was the animation was excellent. The villains were pretty likable. I did like them, and the cast wasn't like, and the main cast wasn't like atrocious as much as we're like dogging on them. They were like fine, but
Yeah. Like, I feel like my biggest problem is Kid though. Like, I like the show, but like, Kid kind of just does nothing.
it just feels like this pilot was provided all that you could want, and it like feels like it messes up on some very like what feels like to me as fundamental storytelling. It feels like, damn, dude, if you're gonna have this, because this is like a passion project on Rubber Ross's part. I know that this is like a show that they've wanted to create like a minute now. And like, you know, and then like Glitch went up to them and they were like, "Oh, dude, you want to make this show? Here, we'll like blah 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 XYZ." And I know that stuff, but it's like, I don't know, man. It just feels like some of this is just like, why did we have this beginning flashback? Why are the characters like this off the bat in episode 1, like Kid and Lernosaurus? It just feels like, and like, I don't, and some of this stuff could even like cut on costs. If they didn't have to have like the intro flashback be done, that could have like shortened the episode and made it more easy to produce. It just feels like it potential pilot. And it has like all this shit in the world, but it like still like meets with some very like avoidable bumps.
Like, okay, I think if they would like skipped the flashback, we would have been like, okay, I think it would have been like we would have been like, huh, why is she trying to like stop him from completing the game? It would have felt more interesting that way, you know?
Yeah, like a mystery.
Like we'd think that she's the bad guy in the situation. Like, why are they helping the villain? Why are the other people trying to help the hero?
Once more,
But
I
since
do
we know
think.
that,
Oh, my bad.
but since we know that from the beginning, it's just kind of eh.
I think Kits VA
Like,
is
okay,
very good, especially from the different stuff I've seen them do. But I think they were provided a little to work with in this role, in this pilot episode. That is, maybe they'll have more stuff in the future, and I'm just like, you know. But it does. It's sort of funny to me that a bunch of the main characters and villains that are dudes have like famous YouTubers as voice actors, and then when you have like the main female characters, they're like just actual voice actors.
okay, no. Like we said earlier, main bad guy. He's Piccolo. He's Vegeta. He's Yamcha, and
You're
other people from
correct.
other shows.
But it's
I'm
like
sorry, Lord.
just funny. Well, I don't know. You could say that like the main villain is like that's also like sort of a celebrity casting. I don't know. That's like what I'm getting at. It's like the the voice actors of the female characters are just voice actors, and then when you have the dudes, it's like Jay Schlatt, Aaron Hansen, who's the person who does Piccolo.
Chris Bennett.
Chris Pratt.
Yeah, like
I
Pratt.
will say this: the main villain dude, I got whiplash because like it's a really popular voice actor that voices like Yami from Black Clover and a lot of other characters, and I was
yeah.
like, okay,
Yeah, they got money in their pockets now. Okay.
I mean, here comes the thing. Like, it's like I told Flash, Cal. There was another like prominent VA, the Kit's main voice actor, Erica Linebeck, who does I know Flash said like like Lagon from like My Hero. I said Black Cat from like Marvel Rivals.
She's also Luna from Hell of a Boss.
character.
Yeah, this is
Oh,
true.
actually, no, I care about Black Cat, but not
Yeah.
Marvel.
Yes. Yeah.
Not Marvel Rivals.
Hey, what's wrong with Marvel Rivals?
I got beef with Marvel Rivals. Okay, we can do a whole Marvel Rivals episode, and I'll
Okay,
disclose the beef.
Please God no.
I'm not opposed to it, but final note I did want to say on this pilot is that I know the Glitch production has to make bread. I know they got to make that money, but it was also sort of funny to me that like as soon as the episode dropped, they were like, entire merch line. We have figures, we have posters, we have plushes, we have clips, we have shirts, we have hoodies, we have sweaters, and it's like, yeah, I guess they're really on this stuff, huh?
I mean,
Like,
yeah,
we-
that's like. I mean, that's how they get like a lot of their fundings for their shows. To be honest.
I just think it's funny. I just think it's funny.
we don't even know these characters for real.
They have a flappers pin. But yeah, that was. I think that's generally all I have to say on Gameoverse. I think it's 7 out of 10. Complains the entire episode. Yeah, I think it's 7 out of 10.
It's like 6 out of 10 for me. It's
Okay, I know I complained the entire time. Also, I like it. Like I feel
Yeah.
like it's a pattern. Like we complained the entire episode about a show. And it's like, oh yeah, I liked it.
I mean, like, it feels like the show was made to appeal to me. I love retro game stuff. It's like I almost wish I could turn off my critic brain occasionally just to like enjoy shit. I actually do like to enjoy stuff, so I wish I could like occasionally turn my brain off a bit more. But yeah,
Like I do enjoy like the stuff in the moment, but once I actually like turn my brain back on, then I'm like, huh, that's weird. Why did they do that? Why didn't they do that? Like it
I, th-
just, you know.
I think it'll also be sort of the general reputation that Glitch Productions has. I think half the reason why I'm more nice to Hazbin Hotel as an example is that all I see in my feed is like Hazbin Hotel trash, worst show in existence. So when I actually sit down to watch it, I'm like, that was like 5 out of 10. But then like with this
Like,
show, it's like Glitch Productions is like the 5-star Michelin restaurant of like indie animation. So like when I sit down to watch a pilot, it's like it was like 7 out of 10, I guess.
but okay, Glitch also has a bunch of problems that we won't get into this episode
This episode, why'd you start talking British, mate?
because I wanted to.
Okay, how the episode ended there.
Thank God.